Hello, my name is John McQuillan. I'm the Programme Leader for Computer Animation, which is a 3-degree programme. We have Computer Animation Single Honours, Computer Animation with Multimedia, Computer Animation with Digital Art. It all runs at the Paisley campus, and it's been running now for about 7 years. The course was initially a direct entry course. Students come straight into third year. We didn't have a first and second year, and studied animation. It was basically a conversion degree. But since then, we've started taking students in from first year, and it's now very much concentrates on a kind of programme that runs coherently through first, second, third and fourth year. And it's kind of oriented towards film and TV animation rather than games, although there are specialisms within the course that allow students to go down a kind of more games avenue. The first year of the course concentrates on animation principles and concentrates on 2D animation. Students are introduced to animation techniques over 2D and 3D and are then taught the real animation techniques, the real bread and butter of timing over the second semester of the first year. Going into third year, students look at more practical aspects of animation and animation planning in particular, where they will kind of develop ideas, pitch ideas to one another, and then develop one of the ideas as a team to a completed project, or certainly to a completed animatic. And they also really take their first serious look at 3D animation, and they produce, on the whole, they produce kind of more technical bits of animation, animating machinery, modelling machinery. We also look at texturing kind of organic surfaces as well. They also have more theoretical looks at animation in their second year as well. They kind of do more film studies type modules. And they also do filmmaking. We see filmmaking as an important part of the whole process of learning to be an animator. Industry standards-wise, we're well provisioned with computers. Software is pretty much bang up to date. Originally we were using Lightwave, but we're now going to switch to Maya as our principal teaching tool. But we have available to students Maya, 3ds Max, also Lightwave, which we still have, and Softimage. Some students still come in directly from colleges having used 3ds Max and feel more comfortable in that environment, and I'm quite happy for them to use that, although our primary teaching tool will be Maya. So staff are currently retraining in this software as well. Hardware-wise, I've mentioned computers. That say computers have been recently updated. We also have tools for more conventional filmmaking and for more conventional drawn animation, including light boards, rostrum camera equipment. We have a green screen, as well as a semi-permanent green screen. We also have small collapsible green screens for students to do location work with. And we're well provisioned with cameras as well for students to take out on location or to use within studios. Well, the equipment that we have gives students a wide range of experience with different types of equipment, including conventional animation equipment. But it also allows students who want to specialise in areas such as compositing, which although they're trained in a general way as part of the course, some students like to take that a lot further in things like their fourth year projects. And some students do that very successfully, do some really nice compositing work. In that case, green screen is very important because a lot of them will want to do live action with CGI. Also, I should mention that throughout the course there are opportunities for students to study life drawing. Principally our digital art students, so computer animation with digital art students, will do life drawing as a core part of their course, but the life drawing modules are also open to our computer animation single honour students as well. Computer animation with multimedia students tend to take a more technical route through the course. They do a lot more in the way of programming and things like this, particularly with ActionScript and Flash and similar languages. Industry input to the course is an important part of it. We have industry professionals who deliver parts of modules, assistant modules, and we also have industry professionals who teach entire modules. Particularly again in third and fourth year, we have a fourth year module that's run by an industry professional with a lot of compositing experience. That's an important part of that module, and it gives good feedback to students, and students respond well to it, although they sometimes find it a bit harsh, which I think is a good thing. After the course, we have students who go on to postgraduate study. A lot of students go on to the MPhil at Glasgow School of Art. Each year we get usually at least 2 or 3 students who will go on to that. Many students go on to employment. We have students who have worked for a range of companies in Scotland as well, and England. We have a student who is at Bird Studios, students who have been offered work with Jellyfish, also students who have worked for Billy Productions, and within Axis. BlackRock as well. Students have also gone on a number of internships. A lot of students will go out themselves and get internships, and we encourage it, and we try and get them a list of companies that they can approach for this sort of work. We've also had a student who's gone on and won an award in advertising. Well, as often as we can, we try and bring professionals in to talk to students. We run seminar courses when we can get people in. We appreciate that certainly the smaller companies can't always come in at short notice, and often they're working to fairly tight deadlines. But we do get people in when we can, and we've recently had our end of year show where we had a panel of 6 industry professionals who, including people from Red Kite and Ones for Farmers. And they were able to get around students. They gave them feedback on coursework. It was a very successful day, and they also answered questions from students in a Q&A panel at the end of the day, which again went extremely well. We also run a fairly successful schools competition. We've had quite a lot of entries, especially this year, and we've had some excellent material this year. We had probably one of the best pieces of stop motion we've ever seen from schools we had this year. So, as I say, it's proven popular. We've had schools all over Scotland enter it. We've now widened that out to colleges, and we're hoping to get quite a large number of entries next year for that. We did that this year, but we got very few entries from colleges, possibly because we didn't give them enough time to get things done and in. But again, as I say, hopefully it will take off in the way that the schools competition is taking off. We also deliver lectures to school children, mainly within the university, kids that have been brought in. But we're happy to widen that out. I'm also keen to develop workshops for teachers as well to go over principles of animation and just show them how easily they can set something up for stop motion animation. They don't need all of the equipment. A tripod and a fairly cheap camera can allow them to do some very nice things. And this is how some of their kids have done things for the competition. So yeah, we're very keen to kind of widen interest in animation. We're interested in widening it because it's a growing industry in Scotland. Recently, the release of the film The Illusionist has shown great interest in animation, has shown that it's a thriving industry in Scotland. And we want children to see it as a very creative project. I think animation is the most creative thing that they can do. And we'd encourage them to explore animation as a side of the creative industries that they might enjoy, and hopefully bring them in as future students and future animators.